Sure. Let's find fucking Grandpa, bro.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
Bro.
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
You gonna help him?
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Bro, what? Oh, boy. Fucking villagers, bro.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
How long ago was this massive earthquake? I thought they were referred to like 500 years ago, like the Conria Cataclysm. Or Lord of Divana's death. But apparently this earthquake happened not too long ago.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and
Unless it's
space
referring to
out
this,
near the
any
village
earthquake was going to
entrance.
destroy her house.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
What's that got to do with the grandpa?
Thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Damn, bro.
Okay.
Your wife
Thank
sounds
you,
like a
sir.
bitch, bro. If you're this kind.
Huh?
What's wrong, nigga? You said something?
Don't say anything for now.
Yeah, okay.
Isak, stay here. Let's
Bro.
head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Little dog ears like radars, bro. I know you ain't got real ears. Act 4.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
No, bro,
Have you
sharpen
heard?
ears.
The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Not desert fools.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Huh.
Oh, sacrifice.
Now that you say it,
There's sacrifices?
it does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
It's a white dude back there.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
How'd that make you
Now,
better?
Repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
The desert.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Dang, homie ulted on him.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else.
Bro!
Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Oh, you know, he's got the vision.
Let's
Just
not get his
activate
bad
electrical
side, okay?
armor.
I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Ignorant savages, what do you expect?
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
God, these vision bearers in this area are so much better, bro. Like, all Haste and Cyno are aggressive towards people who don't have visions, bro. They actually use their power like a person with a vision would.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
That is all the more reason not to be on his bad side. Yeah, I'm glad that people, like, the vision bearers are way more aggressive. I hate them. I can see people being like, I don't like them, bro. Like, I can see people on Twitter and, like, Reddit being like, I don't like this dude's personality. Makes them way better instead of these, like, happy-go-lucky good guys. They got a bit of aggressiveness in them.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Fuck you, Ryan apologizing. Yeah, you heard it. What you gonna do about it?
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
No, for Christ's sakes. Why do game developers always do this? Oh my god.
Grandpa, oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
The real grandpa poked at the ground and screamed out randomly. Oh, right. Let's find this house.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
A tent.
There sure isn't much here.
Doo-doo smell. You know, whiff of that dog, nigga?
No.
Okay, well.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Well, even in the desert, he shows how to establish a connection with the divine and go batshit insane. Well, even in insanities, people don't try to stop or correct what's happened to them or drive them to it. Like they're fucking addicts.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
And what do you mean
There's
to
a
it?
scent that you can sense, but I can't.
Yeah, you're used
A
to it.
certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
An actual dog.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
Yeah, he's not a dumbass, bro.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No. Those were scholars meditating, trying to go insane like the rest of them.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Oh, finally, someone says it. More efficient if we split up. Oh, he's actually walking around. That's cool.
Take it easy.
Wait, what? Footprinties. Oh, balls to you. Do I really gotta fucking... Oh, do we follow?
Take it easy.
Look at like 3 sets of footprints or something? Oh, is it the way for Cyno to walk over? Really? Or Cyno? Weird time getting on that. I mean, it makes it more organic.
What are you looking for, Cyno?
Here it is.
A trail.
Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Use your eyes, bro. You got star eyes there, girl.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
Fuck's the door.
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Oh, okay. They use their addiction to the knowledge scent.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Well, they're already insane, and that's what got them to that point. You get lured away by food all the time.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days,
Like an
and will
addiction.
follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
I already said all this, bro.
No, Grandpa.
Yeah, you probably got
So,
raped and murdered in the
someone's
desert.
taking
Sorry,
advantage
kids.
of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Well, the King Desert drives people insane, and you have a mass amount of insane people being sent to this village. Shit. Wouldn't doubt they're being sent there for a reason.
Are the rumors really true?
What if there's two factions of sages? One before the Fatui got involved. The new ones here are trying to build a god if they don't give a shit about Lesser Lord Kusanali. I wonder if there's a faction that believes in the Desert King, or King Desert, whatever the fuck his name is, and is purposely sending mad scholars here all those times ago.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong.
Prove it.
Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Don't worry, Isaac.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
And we set off into the desert. Alright. Scholar time. Usually I cut out me running, but I'm gonna be real. There's so much content. This shit's gonna be like hours long. I ain't editing this. Enjoy the 2-hour-long videos that no one's gonna watch. That's my favorite part about commenting. I can say whatever the hell I want because no one's gonna make it into this video.
Take it easy. Right. The darker fabric.
Comment down below if you
looks
actually
a
made it
lot
this far
better.
to even hear me say this.
That'd be my choice
Spoilers.
too.
No one will.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back. Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
What's all his?
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own. Did you
Bullshitter.
find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead
Fucking
the exiled
S's.
scholars
That's
away
the
from
same
the
problem as
village.
Ningguang. I thought Ningguang had a fucking lisp when I first heard it because of how crunchy her S's were.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
I don't remember hearing these fucking names.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing!
But dear, yeah, the spy. I get it. That was not a wink, bro. That was her positioning her eyes.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Cyno.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Cyno, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
I wonder what angle she's playing at here. Maybe she wants to engage and fuck up those radicals herself.
Cyno, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
Oh, got tricked by a woman. Good to know. You can easily be tricked by a pretty woman. 400? No, we're teleporting. I'm not walking that entire path again. Fuck out of here, B. I'm teleporting this bitch. Perfect.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Yeah, I am now.
Paimon's
Doing the
amazed
fucking quest.
every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
Yeah, the white god built a
I know
giant
what
wall
you
to keep the
mean.
brown desert
I had
people
the
out.
same question every time I walked
Radical
this way when I was
brown
a
desert
kid.
people.
Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Yeah, welcome block sandstorms.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
Yeah, when they treat them desert people as subhuman.
Tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I don't understand her, but I understand. I hope she doesn't know the translate.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
Do not use your mechanical
No,
canic arm to
not at
blow
all.
this place.
This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides,
Yeah,
we're
but
here
she
to
could be a
procure
desert worshiper.
information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh.
Damn, Paimon's about to say a slur.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
I'm gonna take that entire speech she just did. I'm genuinely going to label it as Genshin white man built a wall to keep out brown people.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Nice to meet you, nigga.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely.
I accidentally hit that
Much
button,
better
didn't
than
I?
those people on the other side of the wall.
Huh?
So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are
Y'all.
like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
You guys, her thigh bulges with those straps on the side. She got a bad though. I am 100% pulling for her whenever she comes out. Zero hesitation. On sight.
Take it easy.
Especially if I just have a 50-50 for Nahida. If I miss her, it's over, bro.
Are we there yet?
Bro, we walked like 80 meters. This is an ambush, bro.
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Coming to whoop your ass.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Whoa, we get to kill desert people. My favorite thing to kill.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
She knows this, bro.
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Cyno behind was a mistake.
Why did she want to leave Cyno behind?
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
I'm guessing she knew having Cyno here probably wouldn't have them ambushed because he would fuck all of them up. Like you said, they fear strength. So she needs to get ambushed so she can dredge out people like him. So she can figure out all the information because she probably knows this dude talk the fuck done.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar.
Yeah.
And Enger.
Okay.
You're
She
here
knows the
too,
cowards.
huh?
Cyno is here. She wouldn't be able to fuck all of them up. I got it.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Deshret. I'm calling him King Desert.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, Traveler.
Yeah.
Following orders.
Busted.
What an idiot, bro. You left the strongest one in the village.
Solidify.
No, the stronger one right here.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Time to act.
Trying to wipe out all these radical Sunni Shia Desert King Desert believers.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous
Oh,
network
she's got
now,
abs
Saki?
and you fuckers got noodle
How did you
arms.
say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
Absolutely baited by a woman.
And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Curb stomp, curb stomp. Okay, well, why can't we see it, bro?
Okay, that should be all of them.
She's gonna kick this teeth in.
Whoa!
Those clown
so you've
shoes.
been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
Yeah, Paimon, you're dumber than a box of rocks.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
It's those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
I can't remember them.
That's
It was
just
like
a bunch of
10
drunk
minutes
talk.
ago.
Enger and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Enger, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Those are the real ones,
Alcohol
then.
has a way of making people share what they really think. So Enger and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
He's a duck-tailed, bearded crook.
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
What should you
Ah,
got?
you're
Thermal
too
vents.
kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
Hmm? About what?
The wall.
About how mercenaries only care
Oh,
about
that.
Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Did she tell us that before?
Does that bother you?
You said that before with Junior's on. It's just a job to me.
What makes you so sure?
Actually, that's true. Well, actually, do we know that Junior's didn't pay her to help us out?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Well, I don't have any reason to like her either.
I've heard a lot of nice
No, I
things
can't.
about the Lesser Lord from
Maybe I'm a
Dunyarzad.
better writer.
I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate.
Compassionate?
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway,
Oh, he's
looks
got a
like
good
we're
heart.
done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Tie him up, strip him, drag him across the desert.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
Bruh.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
No.
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too.
Why?
She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
If you think I'm gonna... This quest is already, I think, like... The third part, I haven't even started. It's like 7 hours long,
As for
bro.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
We're just waiting. Balls to you. Bro. Like, it's gonna take me, like, a whole 2 days to do this shit. It'll be like 6 a.m. by the time I'm done with, like, this quest. I know it's long. And I'm not skipping any dialogue. I'm just sitting through it. And I know that shit is at least, like, 5 hours. Like, guaranteed.
Navigating the world.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time.
Right on time. Learn anything from the guys you beat the shit out of? Is her arm robotic, right? Her arm is cut off, right? It's not just like a piece of equipment she has on.
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Sweet, bro. Someone shipped them together.
Like a lot
Like
of
this
martial
disgusting
artists
Amber
say,
Eula shippers.
never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Thanks,
Really?
Paimon.
Thanks for that.
Oh, Cyno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Has he always been there?
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Thought Candace had a ball bust.
Come on in, everyone.
You sound pretty loud for talking to
Come
the
on,
fucking door.
let's go inside.
Really? It couldn't put me inside? Super simple like that.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
She looks happy.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
The anger on your
Oh,
face.
there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Cyno taught her well.
Beating the fuck out of people. Perfect interrogation technique.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know, please. Just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Put your nuts in a vice grip.
It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
One strike.
Huh? One what?
Strike.
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Let's go.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Cyno would have absolutely killed them too, which is great. I killed them. Got an idea who this fucker might be? Come on, bro, give me something else here.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
You're risking death, boy.
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
Sounds like a Fantumi.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Oh, no.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
They're fine.
Smooth.
One movement.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Oh, no.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community.
You
And it
shipped it back?
strikes me
We'll
now
keep
that
them.
this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
But what other superpower in this region would be fucking everything up? Yep, King Desert was just a misinformation campaign. Proxy war started by the Academia to cause the desert people to fight each other. I've never heard that before.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Where in the goddamn
Yes.
is Al Hatham?
Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Well, one thing's for sure, 100% for sure. Nahida let the Academia operate without any supervision.
I just hope everyone's all right.
I doubt they are. They're 100% right about that. Letting the sages operate with no overhead fucked them up. She didn't even have the power to do anything anyways.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Diamond dogs.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Their ashes.
What scheme is the Academia brewing now?
Summoning a god.